Hey, what's up, fellas? Welcome to the first podcast. In today's podcast, we're going to be talking about some updates in my life, and then the Starvation album, and even going a bit into detail of some of the story. And then another thing is, I'm looking for voice actors or anyone interested, either being in future projects, and someone will even get the chance to voice act in a hidden character that I'll speak to in just a little bit. Um, and we're going to go about that character and some facts about him. Gosh. So first off, I kind of want to start off where's the album? So the album was supposed to release back on September 30, but I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Some personal issues kind of came up, and I'm glad that it got kind of pushed back. I don't want to rush something and it not be good or not be as good as it could have been, as I've ran into that issue before, and holding it back kind of worked out because it's got music videos for it, the album, such Red Balloons and Help Me will have music videos for it, so I'm super excited for that. But things that just really pushed back was kind of like timing, and it takes a lot to go in and do all this stuff and give yourself like only like a little bit of time. So that's kind of why it's been pushed back. I hope you guys can understand um, for that. And kind of another thing that I want to kind of go in detail a little bit is I'm working on story, so it's also kind of pushed back. And I actually recently just finished the intro for the very beginning for the album, because I've actually switched it up multiple times. I'm not gonna go into detail on that, and that's because it kind of spoils a little bit. But it was actually very hard to come up with the beginning, because you'll kind of see why. Probably in the second podcast I do, I'll kind of talk about why and what my original plan was for it, because it's kind of hard to say without actually spoiling it and ruining it for some of you guys. So I'm not going to go into detail on that, but the second podcast or later in the future, I'll kind of talk to you guys on what happened, because I've switched up the intro multiple times. Um, and so yeah, that's what's really been like the hold up, and then I ended up getting sick last month, and so I lost my voice for a couple weeks. Um, so yeah, it's been a long road. 4 months actually it's been since I've wanted to work on this album, and it sucks because I just I haven't been able really to. All right, Starvation. So what started the Starvation album? What created it all? It's basically all about my past self. Um, about my younger self, just so you guys get to know me a bit better and what I was growing up to, and some personal issues that I still have even till this day, and it pretty much just goes along the line of that. So it's actually a true story. Everything into that album, well, except for all like the fictional stuff, like the kind of some of the characters that you'll see throughout and stuff like that. But most of it is all like real life stuff, situations that I've went through. Um, but what really inspired it was mainly losing my best friend to gun violence, and having a eating disorder, I guess you would call it. I have a really bad eating problem where I'll rarely eat at all, so that's kind of what like kind of like made this album even to a whole thing. Um, so that's the main purpose of the album. Um, the Starvation character, which kind of has like a red, kind of like devilish look to him, was an accident. I accidentally made that character. I got an iPad for Christmas back in 2021. I want to say probably, or 2022. I don't know. Some year for Christmas, actually not a few years back, and that was like the first character that I drew. Uh, and that's what's just really cool is like you'll try and draw something maybe someday and won't come out as you like it, and then you accidentally draw something and it's just completely amazing. And it's just like the way that your mind and your like imaginations really come together. It's so cool. I love the character's design personally. Um, I don't know what Starvation will look like if I didn't draw it that day. Like I don't even know how. It is kind of crazy because I feel like that little devilish look fits Starvation very well, and I don't know how I would draw Starvation if I never created it then. I don't even know if it would be a character because I just don't know if I'd be able to think of an idea for it. Now, the smile mask. I get tons of questions about the smile mask. Where did it come from? How did you think of it? Why do you wear it in every cover art and even in real life? So the smile mask actually came um, even before COVID. So it wasn't COVID that started it. It was actually music. Um I kind of saw it as a way, like the only way I could smile. It unfortunately it's a sad way, but I'm being honest. I was going through some rough stuff, and it was hard to really smile. And I grabbed a Sharpie, a yellow and black Sharpie, and just colored on a mask, and that's really it. That's what really started it. What? Why did I start using that as a character? Um, that's where things started to get a little more compressive, and I don't really know a particular reason what made me use it. I know it was on the Starvation character design from the very beginning, and I put it story wise. Starvation, the character, he's good, but he's also bad. He's mainly a villain though. Like he wants me dead, but he only want he's greedy. He wants me to die by him. So and he can't kill me any other way except for making me starve myself. That's the only way he's able to kill me. So he's super powerful and can kill anything else, but when it comes to me particular, he can only kill me by starvation, by me starving myself. And he doesn't want anyone else to kill me except for him. Anyways, so he gives me the smile mask, and that story was like, so I get the smile mask from him. And you'll see why that's so important in future projects. Like I said, the story will just build up. Can't wait for you guys to listen to the album. Next thing I want to mention is I'm looking for voice actors or anyone interested that thinks they have a chance or a spot for one of my characters that I've created, or any in particular thing they want to be in. Possibly I could use for future projects. I'm looking for a male voice for Dream. If you are a female and you want to, and you think you got a good voice for it, then I'm down. If you're interested in being anything, please DM me. Just don't hesitate. DM me. Now I know what you're saying. How are we supposed to go off from this without an image or anything like that? I know. I understand. But as of right now, if you are interested, you will get the image, a sneak peek image actually, as soon as you DM me. So like, if you're interested, just be like, hey, I'm interested in voice acting. When your character either be Dream or, uh, maybe I can fit in something else towards the future. Um, I'm going to send you the people that are interested in voice acting for Dream, a sneak peek of what the character kind of looks for, and then we're gonna hop on a call and just one-on-one kind of talk. I'm gonna ask you some questions, um, and then I want you to do the impression which you think you fits for Dream, and then we'll go off from there. All right. So, main example that I'm gonna put up for is I've created a character called Dream, and he's basically a god, and like he's basically like the mind of like my character, like I guess who I am, and he's got like power to practically do anything. He can create illusions or even it be reality. I mean, like he's powerful. He's a god. You know what I mean? Um, and I can't show a picture of what he looks like now, but the cover for Starvation will be done soon, and you will be able to see it on my Instagram and Twitter, so you'll be able to look at how the character looks from there. Okay, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's podcast. If you guys have any questions, be sure to write down in the comment section below. I'll mainly gonna do a Q&A and answer some of you guys' questions in the next podcast. But other than that, that's about it from me, and peace.